A solo explorer set out to investigate an old abandoned asylum in Norwich, Connecticut, a place carrying decades worth of dark rumors. He walked every hallway alone, filmed everything, and came home having experienced nothing during the visit itself. He figured that was the end of it. It wasn't. Within days, his house became somewhere he no longer recognized. Unnerved and running out of rational explanations, he raised his camera and spoke directly into the silence, telling whatever might be present to knock once if it could hear him.
Knock if you hear me. Knock if you hear me. Knock if you hear me.
The knock came immediately. What followed was rapid and relentless.
Hello? Is anyone there? What the fuck? What the fuck? Who is out? Oh my god. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? Hello, who is there? Oh my goodness, please stop. What the fuck? Please stop. Please stop. This is my house. Leave. Leave. This is my house. You're not allowed here. Leave. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh my goodness.
Banging, voices, shadows moving through rooms that should have been empty. Then, one afternoon, sounds drew him toward the kitchen, and when the camera came up,
What the fuck?
a dark figure was peering around the corner before sliding back out of sight. The worst was still coming. That night, a pale and featureless face slowly emerged from the darkness, pushing towards him, closing the distance. He fell back and ran. He hasn't returned to that house since, and no update has ever been posted. Whatever was waiting inside that asylum, he didn't leave it there. Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts was once a massive institution. Thousands of patients, harsh conditions, and a reputation that outlasted its closure in 1992 by decades. By the time a security guard was assigned to watch over the empty building in the year 2000, the rumors of what lingered inside had already spread far and wide. He explored the basement one night, camera running, and noticed nothing unusual while he was there. But look at what was recorded. Deep in the shadows, a tall, slender figure, moving slowly and deliberately, almost as though it was staying just far enough back to avoid being fully seen. The guard was completely alone. He was certain of it. Decades later, that footage still hasn't been explained. Whether it was shadow, reflection, or something else entirely, Danvers may have never truly been abandoned. A woman was out walking a quiet forest trail with her Labrador, camera casually rolling, when the dog suddenly locked up, pulling hard toward the tree line, fixated on something buried deep in the shadows. Look at what the camera caught.
Come on, Bruce. What's up? Come on. Come on. Oi. Come on. Bruce. Come on.
Between the trees, barely visible, a shape, human in outline, almost swallowed by the darkness, but unmistakably there. She didn't see it in the moment and kept walking. Seconds later, the dog pulled again toward the same spot, and she filmed it again. The figure had moved, slowly stepping behind a tree, like it was actively trying to stay hidden. When she sat down later and went through the footage frame by frame, the realization hit her. She had not been alone on that trail at any point. Matt had lived in his house long enough to know something wasn't right about it. Years of strange incidents had taught him that much. One evening, alone except for his dogs, a sudden noise from another room snapped him out of his calm. This is what the camera picked up.
What's going on?
Is that? What the f was that?
Dogs reacted instantly. Then a second sound came from somewhere deeper in the house, and the tension in that room became impossible to ignore. He posted the footage online. Half the people who watched it think the place is haunted. The other half have their theories. After seeing it, you can decide for yourself. A man was dead asleep when his wife shook him awake, insisting she'd heard something coming from the old shed behind their house. He grabbed a flashlight, picked up his camera, and went out to check. What he found stopped him cold. Here's the footage.
The wife just woke up, said she thought someone was playing in our back shed.
Lurking in a far corner of the yard was a dark figure, completely still, just standing there in the dark. He backed away fast. But the disturbances didn't end that night. On a separate occasion, he swung his camera back toward the house during another outdoor check and spotted movement near the attic window that had no explanation.
Making noise in one of our sheds. I'm not really sure what to expect.
Then, during another night of investigating, this time from inside the house, his camera caught something at the far end of the hallway that made everything worse.
What is that noise?
The small ceiling panel leading up to the attic started shaking, rattling hard, repeatedly, like something on the other side was pushing against it with intention. When he finally forced himself to go up and look, the attic was completely empty. No animals, no damage, nothing. The footage remains unexplained to this day. Two theater employees were finishing up their closing routine one night when knocking echoed through the empty building. They grabbed a phone and went looking for the source. This is the footage from that night.
Otra vez. ¿Qué fue?
The sound was traced toward the projection area. As the camera panned upward, a dark figure was visible standing in the shadows, just standing there, watching. A few nights later, during another after-hours walkthrough, one employee turned his camera toward a darkened section above the auditorium. A pale face stared back at him from the dark, present for only a moment before it was gone. Nobody has been able to explain what they captured, not then and not since. Pixie Paranormal was deep inside a secluded forest in Sussex, England, running a late-night investigation with her team. What the camera captured out there shook every single person present. Here's what they recorded.
A load of kids running around in here. Can you hear them all?
That's a big-ass dog.
That's a girl crying. Can you hear that, guys? Hang on. Turn the lights off for a minute, people. Turn these lights off. Turn these lights off. Hang on a minute, guys. We've got to turn these lights off. Turn the lights off. Turn that light off. Turn it off. Shh. Shh. Just sit down. It is a girl.
Voices broke through the darkness. Cries, whispers, what sounded like a young girl in distress, coming from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. No identifiable source. Pixie cut the lights, and the team went silent. Whatever it was undeniable. The investigation wrapped up, but it seems like something didn't let go. Days later, back at her home, Pixie began hearing loud cracking sounds coming directly from a mirror hanging in her room. This is what happened when she started filming it.
Go up here. Look at my mirror. My mirror's cracking by itself.
What's happening? Wait, stop.
Harry, my mirror is cracking by itself.
It's cracked twice so far. Why is it cracking by itself?
I have no fucking idea.
There's too big.
Right on camera, new cracks slowly spread across the glass surface, nothing touching it. Something from that forest had apparently made the trip home with her. Marie and her friend had been using one of those random location apps late at night, the kind that sends you somewhere completely unknown and lets curiosity do the rest. The coordinates landed them on the edge of town in a stretch of open darkness that felt off the moment they arrived. They were recording before they even got out of the car. This is what was waiting for them.
Why do we just go to this fucking quantum points and this whole person is Sky? Oh my God. I can't. What if the person shows up in my rear view camera? No, I can't.
A man stood perfectly still in the distance, facing directly toward them, not moving, just watching. And as they scanned the area around him, they realized there were others, shadowy figures closing in from multiple directions. They left immediately. Whatever those people wanted, Marie and her friend never stayed long enough to find out. Wade was home alone one evening with his young child and his dog when something in the living room made him stop and stare. Take a look.
Could just record the whole thing. Yeah, here we go. Let's go potty days. Nope. Nope. Go to the room. Go. Daisy. Go, 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 go.
A chair sitting in the corner had begun to move, slowly sliding on its own. He immediately checked for drafts, every window shut, every door closed. No explanation. Sleep was difficult that night, and in the early hours he was pulled out of it by a scratching sound just outside the bedroom door. His stomach dropped the moment he realized his dog was right there beside him on the bed. He turned on the camera and opened the door anyway. This is what happened next.
Daisy, no, 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 no. Shh. You okay? Come on. Daisy. Come on. Come on, 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 come on. Daisy, get in the car.
The house was silent, but the feeling in that silence was unbearable. Wade didn't investigate further. He grabbed his child, grabbed the dog, and left. Whatever had been inside that house that night, he still doesn't know what it was. Emery had just gotten the devastating news. Her father's dog, a companion he had loved for years, was gone. Unable to let go of the happier times, she found herself scrolling through old recordings she had captured during visits to his home. In one video, she was lying in bed, completely relaxed, when the dog suddenly snapped to attention, staring hard at something across the room that simply wasn't there. It began barking furiously at a shelf lined with family photos and sentimental objects. Nobody was near it. And then, see for yourself. The memorial display on that shelf shifted on its own, and as the dog continued barking at that exact spot, it was suddenly thrown sideways, as if something invisible had physically shoved it. This house had a long history of things that couldn't be explained. After watching this, it's easy to understand why. If you made it through all of these, drop a comment and tell me which one got under your skin the most. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. See you in the next one.